Alright, this question was asked about. This is number 21 on page 641. So what we're doing here, it says n plus 2/7 is greater than or equal to 1/2, right? So again, our goal is always to isolate the variable first, right? So you want to get that n by itself. So if I have n plus 2/7 is greater than 1/2, well, what's the opposite of a plus? It would be minus, right? Opposite of adding is subtracting. So we're going to subtract 2/7 from this side. And when I do it to this side, I have to keep it balanced, so I have to do it to this side too. So again, these cancel each other out. On the left, there's n is greater than or equal to. And now I have over here 1/2 minus 2/7, right? Now we learned this in 5th grade that we can't do that. We need to have the denominator be the same. And as of right now, I have a 2 and a 7, so they are not the same. So what I need to do now is figure what denominator can I have that they would both share. So let's look. What's my GCF of 2 and 7? Or my LCM of 2 is 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, well, 2 times 7 equals 14, right? So I'm going to make my denominator 14 here. And if I multiply the bottom by 7, I need to multiply the top by 7, which means that 7 times 1 is 7. So my fraction 1/2 becomes 7 14ths now, right? Now I still can't subtract 2/7 because I need it over here too. So how can I turn 7 into 14? Well, I'm going to multiply by 2. If I multiply the bottom by 2, I need to multiply the top by 2. Keep it balanced, right? So this becomes 4 over 14. And now we have a fraction I can subtract from, right? So what's 7 minus 4? That would just be 3 over 14, right? And there's my answer. So now if I go back and put it in, I know that this is a little bit sloppy. It goes over here. Let me write it in red. So this becomes 3/14, right? And that's basically my answer. N is greater than or equal to 3/14. Now that's not the end of the question, because the question was also asking us to graph this. So let me zoom in real quick. So I'm going to put my line here and make this 3 over 14. Now if I want to do my next line, I could say this would be 4 over 14. And over here I could say 2 over 14, right? I'm just going to put my circle here. Now it says this is a greater than or equal to, right? That means we get it shaded in. And now it says n is greater than or equal to 3/14. So what's a number that is bigger than 3/14? Well, that would be 4/14, right? Or 5/14, or 6 or 7, or any even whole number, right? Which means they're all on this side, so that means we're going to point this way. And that, my friends, is how we work out number 21.